Good. Hi there.
Hello.
Just grab a seat there in front of your name. Hey, Coach. Good. Good. Okay, we will get started. We welcome Stephen F. Austin, Coach Kellogg, and our players are Stephanie Vischer and Ayanna Johnson. Did I pronounce that right? Okay. We'll open up with a brief statement from Coach, and then we'll go to student athletes for 15 minutes. We'll dismiss them, and then we'll spend 15 minutes with Coach. So, Coach, go ahead.
Yeah, well, good afternoon, right? When are we? Yeah, 2 o'clock. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for having us. We are certainly excited to be here. For us, we were in this position a year ago, which was the first time for us, and we were excited about that one and even more excited about being here in Tucson and the opportunity to play and hopefully advance in this tournament. But for these two seniors that have been in our program for 4 years, I'm just thrilled for them and what they've accomplished up to date, and certainly hopefully they have a little bit more left in them, as we get in this tournament and they can relax and just go play. And, you're seeing, I guess, upsets already today and yesterday in men's basketball. And so I think the longer we've done it, the more you see it, the more these kids believe in opportunities and things that they can accomplish. And like I said, we're just here to see if we can do something like that and advance in this tournament.
Thank you, Coach. And now we're open up for questions for the student athletes.
So, for both of you, okay, there we go. For both of you, if you were to describe your team's identity, what would that be?
I feel like one very important thing for our team identity is our defense. We've always valued that very highly, like high pressure, just work for each other, and then offensively is like one more. We play, like I say, we play for each other, give up a good shot to get a great shot. So I would say that.
Yeah, I would identify our team as, we're prepared for anything. I think our coaches put us in a position to win every game that we've gone through and defeat every team. So I think most importantly, we're just prepared, and our ability to execute is there.
And as far as UNC, what are you guys expecting?
We're expecting a tough game, of course. Like, that's what to expect coming into the NCAA tournament. But we're just excited, and we know the coaching staff is going to have us ready. They always make sure we're prepared for the games. So a lot of excitement and a tough game.
It'll be a great game. It'll be another good challenge for us, and just to showcase all the work that we put in. It'll be another ACC team for us, and I feel like we can match up to them. It'll be a good game.
Yeah, I do. This was your first year in the WAC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that experience? What was that like, making that change?
I would say it was a lot of adjustments. For us in the Southland, we would, for example, always be on a bus going to play all the teams. So just like getting used to more traveling and like getting on the plane all the time, and then new teams, new players, bigger players.
Yeah.
So I'd say the biggest word would be adjustments, which I think we handled really well with this team, and we did it real well.
I would agree with what she said. It was, it was just an adjustment, honestly. It was like, we had a great season behind us, and that's not something that we were like expecting this season. But just in this new conference, there was a whole new array of teams that we had to, achieve, had to overcome. So it was good.
I mean, that's a lot of travel in the WAC, isn't it? It's pretty spread out still.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like as a student athlete to do that much traveling?
I mean, of course, it gets busy. Like, you gotta manage your time, definitely, because even though we have all the traveling, we're still students too, so you still have work to take care of. So definitely time management, make sure you stay on top of your schoolwork. So while we're traveling, if you have things to do while we're traveling, you gotta make sure it's done before and stuff like that. So I would say that's one of the biggest challenges as a student athlete, traveling in the WAC this year.
I would say a big challenge for us is understanding that even though we're students, we have to put that first. We're also, on a platform that we're trying to put SFA on, and we're trying to make SFA a big name. So just understanding that we have to value both is a very important skill that a lot of people are working for.
We've got none online. Between the three of you, who has the best dance moves?
Obviously, Coach Kellogg.
You see mine. We had to pull Stephanie down the other
Yeah.
day. They've been
I
asking her
don't
about
dance,
my
I don't
dance
dance,
moves, and
yeah.
I've never seen her dance moves until the
Yeah,
other
I
day,
don't
and we had to
dance,
force
yeah.
that one. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
nah, I don't really dance.
By default, maybe me,
Right.
not because they're any good.
I was gonna say I don't think any of us are really
Not- yeah.
dancers.
That's not us, yeah.
I'll ask a question. You only lost once since December the 20th, and that was a 2-point loss. How much confidence do you have entering this game for both of you?
For me, honestly, that loss was only a lesson. It kind of humbled us, to be honest, and we needed it, obviously, because it's what happened. So the confidence, it's there, and it's only grown and increased. But, that loss was, like I said, it was just a lesson. It wasn't necessary. It didn't change anything about our goals and intentions to achieve those.
Yeah, I wouldn't say definitely didn't take away any confidence. It was more like Nana said, an eye opener for our team, and we realized that we gotta bring it every time. We gotta bring it our all. We gotta focus on details, no matter who we play. So it was just an eye opener like that. But we've remained confident. We got together as a team, and I think we came out stronger after that loss.
You guys talked about defense. Did you come in with defense being important to you, or is it something you had to develop as you went through your college career?
I mean, coming in, I feel like defense has always been a big part of SFA, and I knew that as a player coming in. So I don't know. I feel like just kind of always been there, always
Yeah.
been used to it.
I think the biggest thing I've learned from being here about defense is that the offense comes from defense. And that's what Coach Kellogg has highlighted over the years is, being in the top percentage every year of those defensive categories. That's something that you want because from that offensive flows. So that's pretty much what I learned.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, hearing none, you're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, ladies. You're off the hot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one, Coach. You got it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for Coach Kellogg.
Okay, Coach, from your perspective, the move between conferences, what was it like? What were the preparations like, and how was the play different?
Little bit more size and maybe a little bit more skill, I thought, were probably the two biggest differences from just X and O, night in and night out. And then, of course, travel, as the players alluded to. We went from, I guess, being geographically somewhat centrally located in the Southland, where it was a bus trip. Maybe 6 hours was our furthest trip. For me, that was okay. You just throw your bags on the bottom of a bus and go and get home that night and you're with your family again. And in the WAC, and we didn't really have many COVID issues last year. We actually dealt with COVID a lot more this year. So we had some cancellations that forced 3 games in a week. So we had 1 week we were gone Sunday to Sunday to play 3 true road games. Another week where we had 2 on the road and 1 at home. So that was different. That adjustment was certainly, we're flying commercially, so you're in and out. We got to drive a couple hours to the Houston airport, to get on a plane and go play and then do the same thing coming back. And so that was the biggest difference. But, I thought our kids did a great job of adjusting to the different styles, new systems. We didn't know much about them, but I guess the beauty was they didn't know much about us either, except for the 3 other teams that went with us, from the Southland. So there was a lot of newness to it this year. We got into the conference tournament and, had played the 2 teams we played. We've only played one other time, and maybe even our school's history, I think, was it. So that's odd, right? That's very rare that you get into a conference tournament and you're not playing somebody for maybe even the 3rd time in a season, let alone in your school's history. So it was definitely different, but I thought our kids handled it with flying colors.
And with UNC, what do you think you guys need to do to be successful against them?
Well, probably quite a few things, but the 2 that stick out, I think they're tremendous in transition offense. So this is, up and down. They got a couple players from rim to rim. They're as elite as it gets in the country. And then I think rebounding, and for a team that comes from the ACC, they're not as big as what we would probably typically see from the ACC, but they're plus almost 8 a game rebounding margin, because they just compete and they play so hard. So I think for us, rebounding and probably transition defense, among other things like make shots and score and, some basic stuff like that. But, yeah, certainly rebounding, transition defense would be the 2 that come to mind right off the bat.
And have you guys watched many of the upsets in the other, in this tournament and in the other one?
I think we've probably seen parts. I mean, no, I haven't been able to just sit there and watch a game yet. But oh, there's a close game, or I get on my phone, there's an alert. So oh, let me go flip over and watch the end of that game real quick. So yeah, we've seen enough to know that it's happening.
Other questions for Coach? We're going to let you off the hook here.
Oh, that's easy.
It was pretty easy, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck to you. Congrats on being here. Just a reminder that a recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.veritone.com. And transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Our next press conference is UNLV at 3:45.